Hey there guys, it's Amanda here from Fun Hands-On Learning. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am a mom of 8 sons and we homeschool. And so most of my videos are about the hands-on learning activities that we do through our homeschooling. And I am a former teacher, and so I take what I learned in the classroom and then I have been using it with my children now for going into our 9th homeschool year. So I thank you for coming alongside us in this journey and joining me in my adventures in homeschooling. Okay, so this video will be all about the curriculum that I'm going to be using with my pre-K and 2 preschool kiddos. So let me go through the ages of my kiddos first so you can kind of have an idea of what grade they're going to be going into this next school year. So my oldest will be sophomore in high school, then my next will be going into 8th grade, then the next is going into 3rd grade, then I have one going into 2nd grade. Then I have a kiddo who would, for his age, he's 5, so he technically would be doing either kindergarten or 1st grade, but because he has special needs, he's going to be technically doing pre-K. So I'm going to show you in this video what curriculum we're going to be using with him. And then I have 2 that will be doing preschool. So my next one, he is 4, but he's still going to be doing preschool because he has a speech delay and possibly he's on the spectrum for autism. So he's not quite ready for kindergarten. He'll be doing some pre-K and some preschool stuff. So I'll show you what he's doing in this video. And then my next kiddo is 2 years old and he will be doing preschool. And then my last kiddo right here is about to turn 1 tomorrow. So he won't be doing any curriculum this year, will you? So this video is going to be showing you all of the fun things that my 3 kiddos who are pre-K and preschool age are going to be doing. And a lot of their curriculum is going to overlap. So some of them will be doing the same things at times and some of them will be doing other things. But for the most part, they're all going to be doing all of the fun preschool things that you do before you get to kindergarten. And I'm excited to show you the curriculum in this video. And then upcoming in subsequent videos, I will show you the curriculum we have picked for 1st grade and for 2nd grade and for 3rd grade. We'll try to make a video for all of that as well. And then during the school year, if you've never watched any of my videos, what I always do is I make activity videos. So I show you what activities I have planned for the following week that we're going to be doing for school. And they're all usually hands-on fun activities that we do. Oh, I know. If you haven't seen any of my videos that show those, I would suggest going back in the history of my YouTube channel and watching some from previous years. All right, guys, let's get into looking at the curriculum that we have for pre-K and preschool this year. Okay, friends, so I laid out all of the curriculum that we're going to be using this year for pre-K and preschool. The only thing you may not see in this video are the books that we'll be reading because we do read a ton of books. So we have board books and fictional books and nonfiction books and just books. And most of those I keep in the kids' rooms on their bookshelves. And so you probably won't see that in this video, but otherwise I am going to go through each of these things and give you a little bit of an overview of all the curriculum that we're going to be using for these kiddos. And before I go in depth on all of this curriculum, I wanted to show you 2 of the cabinets that are here in our schoolroom. So we have 4 cabinets. If you've seen my other videos, you've seen our schoolroom. And we have 4 cabinets here in our schoolroom. And the 2 dark ones over here have all of our hands-on manipulatives that we use with our curriculum. So I want to show you that really quick. Okay, so these will be the things that we will use along with our curriculum to enhance what we're doing and make it all hands-on. So on the top here on this shelf, these are all our alphabet manipulatives. So all of these here are different type of alphabet manipulatives. They might be magnetic letters, they might be blocks, anything with alphabet. Same thing with these in these containers here. There's some behind there too, just different types of things. Like all of these blocks have letters on them. And then there's more alphabet manipulatives here. These are alphabet stamps, alphabet magnets. These both are alphabet things, and these are different puzzles that have alphabet letters in them. So that whole shelf there are just alphabet manipulatives that we use for all sorts of things, making words, letters, all that kind of stuff. We have our little bin of Play-Doh. We have here are erasers. So all sorts of those mini type erasers that we use for manipulatives, and I have 2 cases here of those. And then over here you see lots more manipulatives. We have just little connector puzzle pieces. Back there we have more manipulatives that we use, little chips. This container here are fine motor tools that we use with our manipulatives. Down here are snap cube blocks that we use. This whole shelf right here are counters, and like bear counters. We have our pet counters, we have farm animal counters, we have ocean animal counters, and behind them, just more bear counters. This down here is the learning resources. It's called Super Sorting Pie, and they have fruits, little fruit counters in there. So I have it with the counters. There's more counters in the back. I think there's transportation counters back there and dinosaurs. Yeah, there's this whole shelf is just different kind of counters that we use. This shelf here are phonics and reading type, I don't know, cards, things like that. Down here are just alphabet kind of manipulatives and games. And then here's a bunch more manipulatives that we use, little characters. And you will see as you watch my videos, if you've never watched any of my videos on my channel, then I would love it if you would go back and check out some of my previous videos where I show you our hands-on activities as we do them, and you will see a lot of these manipulatives and how we use them with our curriculum. So back there is just more. Okay, and I take these out and I use them alongside the curriculum that's in these bins. And you will see that throughout the school year. And so hang on with me and check out my videos coming up, but also go back and look at some of my previous videos. And those of you who have been with me for a while know exactly what I'm talking about. And then let's see, down here, these are just more, I don't know, games. Oh, all of our wooden magnets and all of our different magnets that we use. We use a lot of those. This section right here are all of the fine motor activities that come in my preschool curriculum. And the reason I have them here is just because I originally had some fine motor, well, I do. I have like these lacing beads and things. So fine motor tools and things were over here. So I had them sitting here, but they probably need to be moved. And then this section here is just more, I don't know, random, a phonics game, some cards down there. These are little fishing poles that we use for different hands-on activities. So that's what's in this cabinet. And then the other cabinet is more math hands-on manipulatives. Let me show you those. All right, so this cabinet is mostly our math hands-on manipulatives that we use, and then there's one block of history and one block of science stuff. So up here, these are all numbers and like just different number games. We've got number boards, counting tubes, number matching, some counting cones. So just all number stuff. This is our famous, I don't know why I call it famous, but this is our number manipulative 100 chart that we use in a lot of things. So if you've seen some of my videos from my older children, not my preschoolers, but my older ones, we use that a lot. Then come down here, this square here are all of our number manipulatives. So we have just all sorts of numbers that we use for all sorts of things. Here's our magnetic numbers. This little thing has numbers. These are more magnetic numbers and shape numbers, shapes with numbers on them from our shape clocks. And here's some beanbag numbers and block numbers. And then these are puzzles with numbers in them. And then these bins have, like, these are blocks with numbers, and these are numbers from a puzzle. And then there's more behind behind it. So those are all of our manipulatives that have numbers that we can use with our curriculum. Coming down here, this section here is measurement and addition and subtraction flashcards and word problem type things. This section here, again, like I said, this whole cabinet is kind of math based. So this whole section here is geometry. So we have pattern block boards, but then this here, these are all of our shape things. So we have shape manipulatives, we have pattern blocks back there, and just more shapes. These are 3D shapes, and these are magnetic shapes, and these are buttons that are in different shapes, and these are puzzles with shapes, and there's something with shapes. And then these are our posters of our 3D shapes from one of my curriculums. I don't think that's from my, no, that's from my Math to Learn. Math to Enjoy and Learn curriculum, which is geared towards first and second grade children. Okay, so then coming down, this section here is all telling time and money, manipulatives and activities. So here we have all of that. Some of this stuff won't really be used for preschool. And again, some of this, not all of it is preschool related, but I just wanted to show you where we keep most of the manipulatives that we use with preschool. Oh, I forgot to show you this stuff. This is important. These are our dominoes. These are ducks with numbers on them. We will be using those for preschool. And these are all of our dice. This whole thing is different kinds of dice. And we have a ruler here for doing measurement, which should be down here. Whoops. Should actually be down here with our measurement stuff. And let's see. And then basically these last couple this here are history, social studies, history type books and things, mostly for the older kids. And this down here is some science books and science type things, mostly for the older kids. And then this is a hodgepodge where if I didn't know where to put it, it just got thrown in that section. So that is those two cabinets. So I wanted to show you those before I actually show you the curriculum that we're using, because these are things that will go along with our curriculum. So these are just like extras. This is where I pull out manipulatives, numbers, things that they can use with their hands to do the activities in our curriculum. Here you can see I've laid out all of our alphabet, phonics type curriculum here, and then our math curriculum on this side. So our main curriculum we're going to be using is my Hands-On to Learn preschool curriculum. Then we're also going to be using Unit 1 right here of my Phonics for Reading curriculum. And we're going to be using Unit 1 right here of my Early Learners math curriculum. So again, this is going to be for my student who's pre-K and then my 2 preschoolers. So let's go ahead and get into it, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. All right, so this first bin right here, these are all activities from the very first unit of my Phonics for Reading curriculum. So we will be doing a lot of these activities. We have the Flip It books where they have to match the beginning letter to the beginning picture. So B for bear and G for girl and H for horse, and they can do this with manipulatives or dry erase markers. And you will see all of these kind of activities in my activity videos throughout the school year. So if you are new to this channel and you don't know what I typically do, but what I typically do is I make videos of the activities that we're doing as we do them. So you are going to see us using these different activities and doing them. So this is a Pirates alphabet activity that comes with this unit, and there's all sorts of other activity books that come with this unit, and it's all about the alphabet. So you will be seeing us do all sorts of these fun hands-on activities. So we will definitely be using this first unit of my Phonics for Reading curriculum. Then the next few bins are alphabet activities from my Hands-On to Learn preschool curriculum. So this is from my Hands-On to Learn preschool curriculum. In this curriculum, There are charts, and we will practice A says a in apple. A says a. So my charts don't seem to be in order here, but you can see all the different charts from this curriculum. We have charts, and then we have just a plethora of hands-on activities. I won't go into them because you'll be seeing them throughout the year as we go through this curriculum, but this is all alphabet fun right here. Okay, this next bin is also from my Hands-On to Learn preschool curriculum. Again, more hands-on alphabet activities for us to do. Lots of fun. There's a little puppy dog one. So just lots of fun. You'll be seeing these activities. And what I do is I just open up the bins and take out the activities that we need. I get everything prepared and I put them on trays for the kids to do. And I prepare a week in advance. So I prepare activities for 1 week. This next bin, this is from my Ultimate Preschool bundle. So I don't call it a curriculum because it's just a big bundle of tons of hands-on activities that I have created for preschoolers. And so these are all sorts of alphabet activities that are in that bundle. So here we have just, just a plethora. I won't go through them all because you'll be seeing them throughout the school year, but tons and tons of just different activities. This one is a really fun one that I made maybe 2 years ago. It's Alphabet Jungle Letter Hunt. So it has a jungle theme, as you can see, like it has the monkey here, and the kids are looking through the jungle at the different animals, but as they do it, they're going to be matching up letters. This is a fun one. So anyways, there's a ton of different activities in here, lots of fun stuff that we'll be doing throughout the school year. This last alphabet bin here is also more alphabet activities from my Ultimate Preschool bundle. So, and that bundle doesn't have just alphabet activities, it has all sorts of preschool activities, but here's just an idea of what it has. So we'll definitely be doing those. Again, we try to do a lot of just hands-on fun when it comes to the little kids. Okay, so for math, we have my Unit 1, numbers 1 through 10 from my Early Learners Math curriculum. I don't think we'll get into any of the other units, but it's possible that we could. So Unit 1 just works on counting and numbers 1 through 10, as you can see. There are other units like time and money and measurement and all sorts of other math concepts, which are more geared towards kindergarten and first grade. And my pre-K child might be able to get into some of that, but probably not all of it. So in here, this activity actually that's on top comes from my Ultimate Preschool bundle. And I think I just threw that in there because it has to do with numbers to 10. But most of the other activities in here are from Unit 1 of my Early Learners Math curriculum. So you'll be seeing lots of these activities, lots of fun things for us to do this school year. Moving on, I consider learning our colors sort of in the math category. So this box is all sorts of activities from my Hands-On to Learn preschool curriculum, and this is all about learning colors. So lots of fun, more fun activities in here that you will probably see. This stuff will probably be mostly done with the preschoolers because my pre-K kiddo knows all his colors. He really doesn't need to work on that anymore. But these are also great for language. Even though he does know his colors, we may still do some of this because it's great for pairing up, learning how to match, and then also great for his language development because he can use a lot of these activities to help with his speech because he's working a lot on his speech. So we still might use this in pre-K, but mostly my preschoolers will be doing the color activities. This bin is from my Hands-On to Learn preschool curriculum, and this is all the number activities. So it goes through all the numbers 1 through 10, and there's just a plethora of activities. There's other things thrown in here too that are from my Ultimate Preschool bundle. And then we will also be doing all the shape activities, so the geometry type activities from my Hands-On to Learn preschool curriculum. So here you can see, like, it says Shape Center, Unit 1, Week 1, and this one is all about Mr. Circle, and they have to feed Mr. Circle the circle food. So pizza and orange, but not the chocolate bar because it's a rectangle. So that one's kind of fun. So yeah, you can just see just different shape activities. This is octagon parking. And let's see, we have balloon shape sorted. So again, I will take these activities out throughout the school year and grab all of the manipulatives that we might need to use with them. Okay friends, so for handwriting and fine motor, I have this letter formation sand tray. I love these kind of trays where they can use a pencil or even just their finger and they can create the letter in sand. You don't have to have this specific tray. You can just get like a school box, a little pencil box, and put sand in it yourself and make one yourself. But I have this tray, so we'll be using that. And along with that, in my Hands-On to Learn preschool curriculum, there are a ton of fine motor handwriting type activities. And so I just have 2 pulled out here that we will be doing. We will definitely be doing these build it mats where you use Play-Doh and you build the letters. So they build the letter on top of here with Play-Doh. And then I know my kiddos are going to love this one. This is where they drive a car on the letters. So we have every letter of the alphabet for that as well. And I just have them on like a little ring so I can flip them around, and they're in these plastic sleeves so I didn't have to laminate all of these. I just put them in the plastic sleeve and I keep them together. And so they will be driving their little cars on those. Those are fun. And then I also have this set. It all comes together. It's a little set that I made a few years ago where they have the pieces here where they build the letter. So this is like A. So you would build the letter A. You can make lowercase a like this, or I also have the pieces here to make capital A. So they build the letter with the pieces. So I made this a couple of years ago. What they do is they take the pieces. I'm going to build lowercase a over here where it says build it. Then they use dry erase marker to trace the letter A, and then they try to write it with their dry erase marker themselves. So they can do, that one's lowercase a, and then on this side we have capital A, and so on. So I have for all the different letters. So we'll be doing that for practicing our letters. And then these are the actual cards. So when they're building the letter, they can see how it's supposed to be built. So that's what these cards are for. And I just have them laminated and they're in this little ring. And then the consonants are blue and the vowels are red. So all of these things, the building strips here and this ring of letters and then these mats all come together, and I'll link them below if you are interested in checking those out. Okay, we will also be doing my Learn Math level Proficiency, only level 1, or level A, I should say, only level A, because I don't think that my kiddos are ready for level B yet, because that's adding, and so level B is more for kindergarten, but level A is more preschool. So basically they do 1 sheet a day. And so it's supposed to practice their fluency. So they practice different math skills every single day. So for example, they'll be saying the numbers. So we point and they have to say 8, 5, 3. They have to say the number. Then here they have to trace the circle and say circle. Each page has a different, shape in that specific spot, and then they have to count and circle 2, so they circle 2, and then this part they roll the dice and then they have to match, so you have to have dice to use with this, and then they match up the numbers. And so each page is a little bit different with what they have to actually do, and it does get progressively more difficult, but we will be doing that. We'll be doing level A. Then also, a lot like what you just saw is my Learn to Read Level Fluency kit. So we'll be doing these. The Learn to Read Level Fluency looks like this. This is the original set, and we'll be doing, again, only level A. I don't think we'll be getting into level B or C unless things get to be awesome and my children are starting to put words together and read words. I don't know, but maybe. We will get to it, but level A is more for preschool. So we will be doing these. This is level A. And then we will also possibly do level A in the Learn to Read Level Fluency Beyond. So this is what level A looks like in that. They're basically working on the same type of skills. It's just newer. This is a newer set that I made, and I just made extra because I had so much interest in my Learn to Read Level Fluency. And so and my kids had used it all up, and I wanted to make more, and I knew other people wanted more, so I made another set, and this is called Beyond, and so it's extra. So we will probably only be doing this set, which is level A. I will quickly just kind of show you. Here's level B. It progressively gets a little bit more difficult, and then here's level C. Now, I will be showing you with my first grader, I'm going to be using level C here, and I will be showing you that when I do the video on what curriculum we're going to be using for first grade. But as far as my preschoolers go, we'll just be doing level A and having a lot of fun with it. Okay, now I have to mention that for preschoolers and pre-K kids, and pretty much any kid, really, any grade level, we read a lot of books. We have tons of different books, and I didn't pull out all of our books because they're all on shelves and we just pull them out all the time. And so I didn't take, I'm not gonna go through all the books we're gonna be reading through preschool and pre-K, but we read lots of books every single day. What I did want to show you though is these are all the readers from my first unit of my Phonics for Reading curriculum. So I have all of the different alphabet readers. Here's A, here's B, I don't know, oh, C got behind D. All right, so here's what they look like, and each one goes through and we say, apple, alligator, and they have to touch the with their finger, and they can also use manipulatives to put on each A. So like if you have little apple erasers, they can put a little apple there on each dot as they say apple or alligator. And then it has ant, and then and then you repeat it, apple, alligator, ant. So anyways, there's one for every letter of the alphabet. So I put those together, and I always put a little piece of tape over on the side because when I staple them, I don't want their fingers to get caught and get hurt or anything. So I always put some tape over the staples. So if you're wondering what that is on the side, it's just some tape. So we have those, and then back behind here are just some books that my first grader actually will be reading and things. So you can ignore that for now until you see the other video. I just had these in the front of this basket. Right, just sitting here, I actually have our alphabet sticks. There's many different sets of these that I have, but for now I just pulled out just the plain letters and then the plain pictures, so we can practice them every single day. We can practice the sounds and all of that. So we love our alphabet sticks. We use them for all sorts of things. Anything you see in here, I will leave a link below to my alphabet sticks. I'll leave a link below to these too. There's all sorts of different ones on my website you can download. Okay, so then last but certainly not least, my bins here. So this bin here is for Paul and Peter. They are my preschoolers, so I just have one bin so they can just have their things kind of together. And then this is for my pre-K kiddo, and so his is a little bit more full and it has more stuff in it. So basically all these have in them is the top part is just a tray. And so I just have some different crayons here for these guys, a pair of scissors and some glue, which I will have to be very careful about not letting them touch unless I'm using it with them. And then I love these little cards. These are from, these are Melissa and Doug cards, and they are the ones where they press the little button. So L for lion, leaf, and lemon, and they just press, and it, it makes noise. I don't know what you would call that, a button, I guess. So I love it because they're tactile and they get to use their fingers. So it has all the letters of the alphabet. They're not in order or anything. But I'm keeping those in here because I thought those would be great to use with them. And then in here, I made each of them a little sheet with their name. And I think I showed you this last year because I made these for them. Well, not for these guys. I made them for my kiddo that's in pre-K. I made him one last year, and they can use, I laminated them, they can use dry erase markers on them, and they can trace their name. And then on this bottom part here, they can use magnetic letters to make their name. So we do these a lot just so that they get used to how their name is spelled and how it looks. So there's one for Paul and there's one for Peter. Again, 2-year-olds a lot of times just scribble, but at least they're seeing what their name looks like and they enjoy it. And then in here, so then the rest of this is just a ton of little workbooks that I got mostly at the dollar store. And these ones on top, actually, I think I paid a little bit more, maybe $2 each. But yeah, most of the workbooks in here are just from the dollar store, and I just got them pretty much only just because I need to be able to keep them busy while I'm working with my older students. So while I'm working with my older kids, they can have something to kind of just color and scribble in. I don't really mind if they don't understand these activities. I mean, I will try to do them with them and help them count and whatever is on the page. But for the most part, it's for them to just be able to color and have fun and pretend like they feel like they're doing school. Because otherwise, they want to grab everything I'm doing with the older kids and get into everything. So if I don't have something for them to be doing or coloring while I'm working with the older kids, it will be impossible to get anything done. So that is basically what's in here for them. Okay, and then for my pre-K kiddo, the top here is a little bit more full. I have our favorite flashcard sticks, alphabet flashcard sticks here that have the picture plus the capital and lowercase. I have our number tracing cards. I'll leave links below to these. They're just on a little book ring here, and they're laminated for him to trace, and we can use these for all sorts of things. I have some of our number dot cards. I will leave a link below to these as well. We use them for all sorts of things, so those are on a ring as well. Okay, I have another set of these same number cards that I showed you with the smiley faces, but these ones have apples on them, because I have a different set for each season of the school year. And so we start out with the apples, and then come October it will be pumpkins, and then November it changes to turkeys and things like that. So I have the apple ones in here for him. And then I also have a ring here of our alphabet tracing cards. These are just so great for many different uses, and so they're laminated and they're on a ring in here as well. And I have our Handwriting Without Tears chalkboard with some, in this little bag is the little mini chalk that we use with that, because he will, even though I showed you the other handwriting stuff that we're going to be doing, he will also be doing Handwriting Without Tears. So that is in here. I have these little crayons here are also Handwriting Without Tears crayons. They're just mini crayons, and these are Handwriting Without Tears pencils. You don't have to have their specific pencils, but basically they're just small golf pencils. So if you had golf pencils, you could use those. These are dot markers, so I have those in here for him as well. Some scissors and things. And then if we open up, we have his tracing mat with his name like the other kids. And then this here are just pre-K and kindergarten activity sheets that I've made on my website for all sorts of different reasons. There's counting ones in here. There are some of these, like this one here is from my early learners math curriculum. So we have a couple of those. This one is 2. So the beginning here is all activity sheets that I've made for math. And then back here are some of our dot alphabet sheets that I've made. And so we have some of those for him to do. Here's the letter D. I have them actually in order. So he can use his dot markers on those. And that's basically it. So this book is just basically all the activity sheets that I've made. And then I have, I call them our alphabet posters, but actually these are also for putting Play-Doh on and making the letters. So we use these all the time. So I have those in here for him. And then here is his book for doing Handwriting Without Tears. So I've got that in here. This is the very first one, my first school book. So it's the first level. So he'll be doing that and learning how to write his letters. And then again, for him, I just have some preschool workbooks that I got. that he will be doing. Now for him, he'll be doing more, since he's doing pre-K, I really actually want to sit down and do the sheets with him. It's not going to be just for him to just color and scribble on. I actually want to do some of these with him. So I got this online, I believe off Amazon, but then these ones here I got at Costco, and I thought they looked really, really cute and really fun. So I have just like, it had alphabet, and what's this one? It says starting to write, and 1, 2, 3 fun. I don't know, these ones just look super cute, and I thought that they looked like things that he could do. So again, we mostly do hands-on stuff, especially with my little kids, but I like to have workbooks on hand so that they can get used to writing and following directions and all of that kind of thing as well. So that's it, friends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed me showing you the curriculum that we're going to be using for pre-K and preschool this year. I'm super excited about it. And if you stay tuned to my channel and subscribe, you'll see my next video, which will be talking about what we're going to be doing for first grade and for second grade for second grade and for third grade this coming school year. I don't have a first grader this year. And my pre-K kiddo will be doing some kindergarten things as well. So if you have a kindergartner, stick with me this school year, because you'll be seeing a few things that will also relate to kindergarten. He technically should be in kindergarten, but since he is special needs, he's still doing pre-K, and that is what is so wonderful about homeschooling, is that you can adapt to your children's needs and what they need, and you don't have to worry about grade levels, right? All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. We will see you in the next one. Bye.